Hey everybody, it's Craig and I'm here with another Pocket Now face-off. This time, Samsung Galaxy S2 versus Apple's iPhone 4S. Alrighty, let's kick off our face-off featuring the Samsung Galaxy S2 and Apple iPhone 4S. First up, we're going to run through the specs on both of our combatants, then we're going to do our unofficial speed test. Take a look at voice command on both. Do our little gaming extravaganza, our browser comparison, and last but not least, attached to the back end of this video, I'll have a video sampling from each of our two contestants today. So make sure you stick around for that. All right, let's kick this off. Samsung Galaxy S2 weighs in at 116 grams. It sports a 4.3-inch Super AMOLED Plus capacitive display with a resolution of 480 by 800. Also offers Gorilla Glass upper left-hand corner, 2-megapixel front-facing camera for video calls. Below the display, you've got two touch-sensitive keys, main menu key, back key, and one physical home key. On the back is an 8-megapixel camera with autofocus LED flash. Video capture is 1080p at 30 frames per second. Battery underneath the battery cover, 1650 milliamp hour battery rated at 8 hours and 40 minutes of talk time. Taking a look around, up on top, 3.5mm headphone jack along with a microphone. On the right-hand side is the power button. On the bottom, the other microphone, micro USB port. On the left-hand side is the volume rocker. In the lower right-hand corner, you can see the phone speaker. All right, Apple's iPhone 4S weighs in at 140 grams, so definitely heavier of the two. Offers a 3.5-inch TFT backlit LCD display. Resolution is 640 by 960. Display itself is scratch resistant. Upper left center, you've got a front-facing VGA camera for video calls, and below the display you have one physical key, home key. On the back, again, we have an 8-megapixel camera with autofocus LED flash. Video capture, again, is 1080p at 30 frames per second. Battery's a little smaller, 1430 milliamp hour battery rated at 8 hours of talk time. All right, let's take a quick look around. Up on top is the 3.5mm headphone jack along with the power and lock key. On the right-hand side is the cover for the SIM card slot. On the bottom is a speaker microphone as well as the port for charging, syncing, and transferring data. And on the left-hand side, you've got your two volume buttons up and down as well as the mute switch. All right, let's talk a little bit about processors on these bad boys. On the Galaxy S2, you got the 1.2 gigahertz dual-core Exynos processor from Samsung. On the iPhone 4S, you've got the 1 gigahertz A5 Apple dual-core processor. As far as memory, Galaxy S2 comes two versions, 16 and 32 gigabytes of internal storage. Internal storage can be expanded an additional 32 gigabytes through the use of a micro SD card. iPhone 4S comes in three models, 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes of internal storage. RAM, Galaxy S2 has 1 gigabyte of RAM, iPhone 4S 512 megabytes of RAM. As far as Wi-Fi, 802.11 ABGNN support for DLNA and HDMI on the Galaxy S2. On the iPhone 4S, 802.11 BGNN. As far as Bluetooth, Galaxy S2 version 3 with support for A2DP and high-speed data transfer. iPhone 4S, first smartphone out there with Bluetooth version 4.0 with support for A2DP. Both phones have GPS support for AGPS. Both phones can be used as Wi-Fi hotspots. Operating system on the Galaxy S2, Android 2.3.4 Gingerbread. On the iPhone 4S, it's iOS 5. And the user interface on the Galaxy S2 is Samsung's TouchWiz 4.0. User interface on the iPhone 4S, I'm going to say, is Apple's iOS 5. Let's go and fire up our unofficial speed test. We're going to hold down on the home key here on the Galaxy S2 and open up the task manager. We'll exit all tasks, we'll go into RAM, and we'll clear all the memory. And we've got that set, so now we're going to go and we'll push twice on the home key. We'll hold down on one of the application shortcuts and we'll push the little red dots until we get to the end. And we're done on both. What do you say we kick this off with calendar? It looked like the Galaxy S2 to me, but it's really, really hard to tell. Here's when I know the iPhone 4S will win. Let's do contacts. Whoa! I thought for sure the Galaxy or the iPhone 4S would win contacts. I'm surprised. Let's try maps. That definitely seemed to be the Galaxy S2 as well. Let's go to, let's try the markets on both, even though they're different. That was the Galaxy S2. Let's try Gmail on both. Look like a dead heat to me. Let's try messaging on both. That again looked like a dead heat. And I was looking at just them opening. I know the iPhone 4S brought up a blank text message to start with, so a little bit different. Let's try the cameras on both. Again, once the iPhone 4S gets done with all its animation, I don't know if it's quicker than the GS2 or not, honestly. All right, let's try, let's go over to Netflix. Try third party. Again, they're both running off the same Wi-Fi network. Now, it shows that this is loaded, but it really isn't there. It just finished, so that was definitely the Galaxy S2. All right, let's try spooling up a couple of videos, a little MI5. I don't know if you've ever watched this show. I'm thoroughly addicted to it now. And it looks like the Galaxy S2 is first to spool it up. Right behind it, iPhone 4S. And again, as you can see, the Wi-Fi connectivity for both is not very good. So I think it's, well, obviously it's an even race because they're running off the same Wi-Fi network. So anyway, there's a look at our unofficial speed test. And I have to say, it seemed to me that the Galaxy S2 was a bit quicker than the iPhone 4S, but not by a heck of a lot. Next up, little artificial intelligence. Navigate to Starbucks.
I found 14 places matching Starbucks. Tap. Here are directions to Starbucks.
Head southwest on St. Croix Court toward Bayport Way.
So the Galaxy S2 gives you voice-guided turn-by-turn navigation, whereas the iPhone 4S gives you a route. Remind me in 30 minutes to call Craig.
Here's your reminder. Shall I create it?
Meeting, October 18th, 2 p.m.
You don't have anything on your calendar for tomorrow at 2 p.m. Shall I create it?
Yes. Text Craig, I'll see you at the meeting tomorrow at 4.
Here's your message to Craig Gillespie.
How much is 20% of 485 divided by 6?
This might answer your question.
As you can see, they both came up with 16.16. Listen to Michael Jackson.
I couldn't find Michael Jackson in your music.
All right, for our gaming today, we're going to take a look at Asphalt 6. All right, let's wrap up today's Pocket Now face-off between the Samsung Galaxy S2 and iPhone 4S with our browser comparison. I've got the history cleared on both, cache cleared on both, Both running off the same Wi-Fi network, and I've shut down the, what do I want to say, flash on the Galaxy S2. All right, let's kick this off. We'll head over to Engadget, start it up. And we're off. And it looks like it's going to be pretty close. Come on, iPhone 4S. I know you're quick. Here we go. iPhone 4. Galaxy S2 is, nope, not quite done. Nope. Galaxy S2 took it because you can see that iPhone 4S is still loading up at the top. Very tricky marketing by Apple. It makes it look as if it's fully loaded when it actually isn't. You can see just how smooth the Galaxy S2 is. And you can see how smooth the iPhone 4 is. Both very, very smooth. Let's go down here. We'll double tap to zoom in on both so you can take a look at the text. And again, you've got the Retina display on the iPhone 4S and Super AMOLED Plus on the Galaxy S2. Pinch to zoom. They're both very sensitive, as you can see. Both do a great job. Double tap to zoom all the way out. Any rendering issues? Doesn't look like it. Both of them did a great job. Although, yep. Well, you know, I don't see this ad on the Galaxy S2, and it shows here on the iPhone 4S. So that is one rendering issue on the Galaxy S2, and maybe that's why it was quicker. Don't know for sure. But what do you say we head over to the mothership? So we're looking for smartphone reviews on both. There we go. And we're off. And again, we're headed to the mobile site on both. And that was the iPhone 4S. Was there first. Let's go down the bottom and head to the main site. And we're off. I think that was pretty close. So we've got a win from each. iPhone 4S won the mobile site. Galaxy S2 won the full Engadget site. Now we're at pocketnow.com and we're waiting for things to load. See, the iPhone 4S says it's done, but it's not, obviously, because it still hasn't loaded this. Galaxy S2 is still loading. Galaxy S2 is actually done. iPhone 4S, again, is still loading. It just finished. So that's some pretty tricky marketing. You got to watch those Apple people. They know how to market better than anybody on the face of the planet. All right, let's double tap zoom in. Any issues? Everybody still seems relatively smooth. No lag from anybody. Looks good. All right, let's take a look at this. And we're off. And again, we've got our little, isn't that cute, that it's done when it's not. We'll watch this up here. When that stops spinning, we know it's loaded. So it's not that it can't win, or not that it's not. I guess it can't. The Galaxy S2 is finished and very smooth again. So there we go. Both, I got to be definitely two of the quickest browsers on smartphones available, and two of the best without a doubt. The text is a bit small on the iOS 5 iPhone 4S when browsing, but you've got a 3.5-inch display versus a 4.3-inch display, so I guess that's to be expected. So anyway, there's a look or a comparison between the two browsers on our combatants, the Samsung Galaxy S2 and iPhone 4S. Don't forget to stick around for the video 1080p Full HD video comparison coming up next. This has been Craig for Pocket Now, and I hope it's been helpful. Take care.